This was a build that I felt like I was immediately in over my head. I'm trying to come up with a color scheme. I'm trying to come up with some elements that I feel are essential, and I'm going, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? This is a nightmare. It's a little bit crazy. Hi, hey, hello, my name is Sarah and welcome to a Sims 4 Christmas themed build video. Look, I'm not a confident builder, but I am a competent builder and I had ambitious ideas today. Today I'm going to be trying to make a gingerbread house in The Sims 4, but specifically I wanted to only use the elements that we have in The Sims 4. I know there's probably some amazing custom content that I could have downloaded to make a really good looking gingerbread house. I want to put this house on the gallery for you to download if you would like to, so I'm using only elements that come in The Sims 4 game, which in itself is a challenge. How am I going to make it look like a gingerbread house? We're about to find out. So with that being said, let's jump into the speed build that I have of me building the outside of the house. I can talk through some of the struggles that I had and some of the decisions that I made. Let's get into it. So here we are in Henford-on-Bagley, the world that comes with cottage living. You'll be seeing some inspiration photos below my face cam. The first one for the shape that I'm going with, because I decided not to go with the traditional just like rectangle or square gingerbread house. I wanted it to have a little bit of dimension. This was a build that I felt like I was immediately in over my head. I'm trying to come up with a color scheme. I'm trying to come up with some elements that I feel are essential, and I'm going, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? This is a nightmare. But it all does come together, I promise you. So this is not going to be a limited pack build, by the way, just because things like the roof trim that I have comes from for rent, I'm pretty sure, and then I just needed to pick specific pieces from different packs to create the most accurate looking gingerbread house I possibly could. Okay, I'm pretty sure the stucco that I use for the wallpaper here is from Jungle Adventure, right? So not a limited pack build by any means, but a gingerbread house nonetheless. Now, to start off with, when trying to come up with the vibes, I mean, we just needed like the standard shapes of the windows and the door that come on the gingerbread house kits, right? To start off with, I decided to try and make it really pastel looking because I wanted it to look like lollies. We say lollies in Australia, candy for other people, sorry, but I'm gonna say lollies because that's what we call them. To like decorate the house with lollies, and you get lots of lollies in like these pastel colors, right? So I started off doing that and there just was something not quite right about it. Like if you squinted at it, I'm like, yeah, it kind of looks like a gingerbread house, but there was just something not quite right. I loved the door, I loved the windows, I loved the window boxes and even the columns. I felt like that was all fine, but there was just something that was kind of not quite right, and I realized it's that it wasn't quite Christmassy. It didn't have like a gingerbread house feel because it didn't give the Christmas vibe. I don't know if you're gonna understand what I mean by that, but here I am still trying to put in the windows and stuff. By the way, this does end up being a fully functional house, which is strange. Like this is a strange build, right? It's fully decorated on the inside and everything, but I'm not going to show you that in this speed build. We'll get into that. We'll do a little tour of this build. So at this point, I knew that I wanted something on the roof. I knew that I needed things on the roof, like the little bits of lollies that you would put on the roof in the scalloping and stuff, right? I knew that I needed more than what I had at the moment, but I was still trying to piece it together. As it was, I found these pom-poms from high school years and tried to do something with them, but I didn't love that, so I ended up changing my mind on that. Also, making the whole house smaller was definitely a big change, and I needed it, honestly. It was the only thing that made me feel like it was starting to come together. It was at this point, though, that I was just trying to come up with the vibe. Something just didn't feel right, and I was adding so much to it, and I'm like, okay, yes, it's a house, but it's not a gingerbread house. And so then I started changing some swatches, and I thought, what if I, instead of going with the pastel theme, going with a more Christmas theme, the red, the white, the green on this gingerbread house, and that's when it really started coming together, my friends. It definitely has gingerbread house vibes now that we've got the Christmas theme. And now we've just done a big cut. Here I am on the roof. I talked about putting things on the roof that like lollies that you would have on the roof of your gingerbread house to make the roof look good, right? And that's what I'm doing right now. So these are actually plants that we can now put on the roof thanks to the base game update that came before Enchanted by Nature came out. These plants are actually from Enchanted by Nature, and just alternately placing them like this, I wanted them to look like little I don't know, like little jubes or little M&Ms or something, whatever you decorate your gingerbread house with. We would use Smarties in Australia, but I don't think there's Smarties everywhere else in the world. So Smarties are kind of like M&Ms. That's why I said M&Ms. But coming up with the patterns of whether they should alternate red and green all in the line, or if I do one line red, one line green. It took so long to put these plants on the roof. It took me literally 25 minutes to put these plants on the roof and come up with it how I like it, experimenting with the different sizes of the plants and stuff until I finally settled on this pattern that I'm doing right now. This is where it really does get tied together. Like the ridiculousness is starting to come through a little bit, right? You're starting to see the ridiculousness, and it's that ridiculousness that really helps show that it is a gingerbread house that I am making, okay? This is when I started to get really excited because I'm like, yes, I can see it. Like it's gonna be amazing once I do the landscaping, and at this point I was like, I've still got to do the inside of the house and I don't know what I'm doing for the inside of the house yet, so I had all of that to look forward to. But then the last final thing that I did on the outside, I still needed more on the roof. It still just didn't quite feel ornate enough. So this little, I don't know what you call it, this trim that I'm putting on with like the spires, I don't know what you call that. What do you call those things? I don't know, but that really tied it all together and gave it the ornate look that I was going for. And oh my goodness, the speed build is finished. With that being said, you didn't get to see any of the inside of the gingerbread house. It's a little bit cray-cray, but it's Christmassy fun gingerbread house vibes. So I hope that you're feeling the vibe so far. With that being said, we're going to now jump into The Sims 4 so I can show you the finished gingerbread house build. It is a fully functional home, like I said, so let's tour the build. Hey! Did you know that 63% of you watching right now are not subscribed to my YouTube channel? If you'd like to see some fun Sims 4 gameplay, some Sims 4 build videos, creator sim videos, or even some games of the Sims past, then hit the subscribe button down below and join my wonderful little community of Triceratops. But with that being said, let's get back into the video. Alright you guys, here we have my finished gingerbread house. So I put some landscaping of like some pine trees around the way because it gives Christmas vibes, right? And then also we've got this little debug truck, the person who lives here. I used some of the hedges, both the smaller hedges and the box hedges as well, that came with the Christmas event that we had last year. So if you didn't play that event, you won't have these bushes, but you could just replace them with the standard versions of both the box hedge and the other hedge as well. But how cool is this vibe? Are you getting the ridiculous gingerbread house vibes? If you squint at it, it kind of looks like a gingerbread house, and that's exactly what I wanted, right? So with that being said, you've seen the outside. Let's go inside and take a look at the house, because like I said, this is a fully functional house, my friends, and it's a little bit crazy. Kind of just as crazy as the outside, right? I don't know if you would want to play in this house, but it's an option for you. I'm going to put it on the gallery. So when we walk through the door, this is what you see, okay? We've got red and green everywhere. This beautiful little Christmas corner with the tree and the presents. My favorite Christmas tree that we have in the entire game. So good. We've got some little bits of decor behind the couch here. We do have the fireplace. This TV that we have is also from an event. Is it from the same event of the Christmas event from last year? I can't remember, but I had to put it in. I needed something above the fireplace, and it's one of those TVs that looks like it's a picture until you turn it on, and it's just the perfect wintry vibe, right? So yes, so we've got this beautiful little fireplace over here, and then we swing around and we've got this little kitchen. There's no separate dining space. You're eating at the counter here, but like it's fine. All red for the kitchen, using lots of the cottage living pack for this one. So this one heavily uses cottage living, it heavily uses seasons, it also uses a lot of other packs. I'm sorry, like I said, it's not a limited pack build, but everything that I used in here I used for a reason. This bookshelf from Seasons is actually sized down. It's actually larger than this, and then I alt placed all of the stuff in there to make it feel a little bit more Christmassy. Super fun. So then through this door here we have the bathroom. Okay, now it is also very red in here, but with some pops of green just to try and make it feel a little bit more Christmassy. We've got a bath in the corner there. We've got this beautiful star mirror here at the basin, and we do have the shower. Now, the bath and the shower are from Life and Death, and this is what I mean where I said it's not a limited pack build. They just had the red with the gold, and that is just giving me traditional Christmas, my friends. So I had to use all of that stuff, right? So it's just a bathroom really, but It does the trick. Now, swinging back around, we have one more door in this house. This is the bedroom through this door. It's a very, very small bedroom, but this is a very, very small house. Gingerbread houses are, right? So we have this beautiful bed from Cottage Living. We've got lots of Christmas decor up on the walls here. And then if we take a swing around, we have the Father Winter tarot print, again from the Life and Death expansion pack. So I do also say that Life and Death is pretty essential for this one. You wouldn't expect that with Christmas, but I suppose Christmas is a part of life, right? So that's fine. And then we do have another Christmas tree in here just because I love it and I didn't really know what else to put in here. Present piles galore and this little vanity right across from the bed. Totally fine. So that's the inside of this build. I mean, the main feature of the inside is really just this area here. It's really pretty, actually. I feel like I need to paint the ceiling though, but I don't know what color to paint the ceiling. Maybe I should make it the same, like a brown color to match the gingerbread vibes. Maybe that's what I should do. I don't know. Anyway, that's just a silly little gingerbread house build, right? But like you get this vibe, you look at it and you're like, yeah, that is totally a gingerbread house and that is exactly what I wanted. I didn't think I was going to be able to make a gingerbread house look like this in The Sims 4. I thought it was going to be more of a struggle than it was. And don't get me wrong, it was a little bit of a struggle, but I thought it was going to be really bad. I actually think it's pretty cute. I really, really do, especially if you squint at it, right? So with that being said, you guys, if you would like to download this gingerbread house for yourself and use it in your game, I don't know, maybe you've got like a little Christmas village happening and you feel like you need a gingerbread house, I've got one here for you. It will be on the gallery for you right now. My gallery ID is sezrawrr, the exact same way it's spelled here, and you will find it under Gingerbread House. Right? Okay, totally fine. I really do feel like everything I used in this build was very strategic. I tried not to go overboard, but this is a lot of packs. I'm sorry if you don't have them all, but maybe you could substitute the things that are missing with other items that you have in your game. But with that being said, it is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, 54,357 simoleons, ready for you to download and play with on the gallery. And just one more thing that I will mention in looking at the packs, you may not know what this present symbol is. This is the holiday celebration pack. It's actually a free pack that you can download right now. I have a whole great big video talking about this pack that I made not last Christmas, but the Christmas before. So if you want to know more about the free holiday celebration pack, check out my video on it. It will be linked in the pinned comment down below. But guys, that's all I've got for this video of building a gingerbread house in The Sims 4. Maybe one day I will download some CC and try to make it look like a true gingerbread house. I did want you guys to be able to download this one for yourselves if you wanted to, and I still think it gets the vibe across. I think it's really cute, very sweet, very gingerbread house. But guys, if you would like to see more of me, any more Christmas videos or any other Sims content that I've got coming your way, then hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell next to it to be notified of every time that I upload. And if you liked this video, let me know by hitting the like button down below and leave me a comment as well. Look, you guys, we don't have a gingerbread man emoji, so you're just gonna have to leave me a house emoji in the comments down below to let me know that you got this far in the video, you enjoyed watching this gingerbread house come to life, and you're excited to see some more Christmas videos coming from me. But guys, I hope you're having the greatest day ever, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!